to the Don't Be Fooled podcast. I'm Amy Harrill.
And I'm Shane McKenzie.
And we are so excited to talk to you because what we will tell you is honestly very simple and really goes against what you are hearing out there today. We are constantly bombarded by marketers telling us to build lists, use the fastest traffic sources, the latest Facebook features, and don't forget SEO and video. But they are completely ignoring the system to convert leads into paying clients or build a sustainable model. There are so many voices talking to us about getting more clients and getting somewhere fast. Well, this podcast is not going to tell you to go faster. We will help you declutter the path to profitable and sustainable business by showing you exactly how to systemize your marketing and your delivery model. We are going to give you less actions that will give you a higher return on your investment. How? Simply by duplicating your ideal client, predicting your profits, and sustaining your income. Ultimately helping you generate more time for you to live your life. You see, Shane and I are so convicted about telling you what not to do because we listened to those voices that gave us those long lists of video building sites and text message automation and big list strategies. And we built big, we built fast, and we failed. And we're going to share with you the mistakes we made because of beliefs we had and what we have found to be the most valuable business tools, strategies, and processes. That's why we called this podcast Don't Be Fooled.
Amy, I am so excited for our audience to be introduced to all the insights of what you have to share because you know what it really takes to scale a business. And I know when we first met, I had this desire to grow my business to the next level. And everything I tried that I was hearing from all the experts just was not working. And I had one final thing to try. And I kept hearing this phrase, content is king, content is king. I thought, well, I'm no king with my content. I guess I'll buy someone else's and see if that does the trick. And nothing happened. I still was stuck at the same level. And then with just one of your strategies that you introduced me to, I was literally able to turn my business around and take it from impact less to impactful. Like I really began to work and connect with the people who I really enjoyed working with. And I found myself able to add clients really at the rate that I wanted to. And it was consistent. It didn't go away and it was fast.
But Shane, you were convicted about helping other people and about really leaving a legacy. I mean, who starts a business to close it in 5 or 10 years? Nobody. But I'm going to tell you right now, the old way of doing business that dominated our workforce industry for over 100 years. This old way centralized all of our outcomes on one person, one way to get those outcomes, and ultimately on one machine within the model. But with the rise of technology, the old way of doing business is quickly growing extinct. And only 1% of small businesses have adopted this new way, and only 10% of corporations. That's why I believe that businesses are closing faster than ever before. You see, the pandemic in this world did not close our businesses. The pandemic put pressure on an old centralized system that brought those businesses to a screeching halt because the new way, which is more agile when pressure like a pandemic is applied, it only delivers better results. I mean, I know. I lost my first business trying to do the old way with this new world technology. Now, I want to give you all the details of what not to do so you don't have to close your business like I did, but we'll do those in later episodes. Because with that experience, I said enough. There has to be a better way. There has to be a way to leverage technology. I knew that I was going to have to leverage it or I was going to grow extinct, just like all the small businesses around me. So I pulled up my bootstraps and I built an agile business system. And that's what got you, Shane, and me, and 40% of the clients I work with fast and consistent results. And when the pressure was on in 2020 and remains on us in 2021, this system only delivers better and better results. And guess what? We are not pulling our hair out to achieve those, because here is the truth. Agile companies know something that less successful owners do not know yet. Agile is not something you do. It's something you become. This is what caused me to partner with Shane and say, hey, I need you. My clients are going to need you, because there are going to be some real issues that come up when they're trying to execute an agile business system, because we are so ingratiated in the old way of doing business. It has dominated 3 and sometimes for 4 of us, 4 generations of how we do business, how we work in the workforce. So there needs to be some real mindset shifts while we are taking systemized action. Why? Because I believe with every fiber of my being, systems, edit that, systems run businesses and people run the systems.
Boy, so true, Amy. I mean, really well said. Because what I know is, just like business systems have to be dynamic, so do the people who run those systems. And most business owners have been trained to work from a scarcity mindset, right? You know, the corporate environment that they've been in before they got into ownership for themselves beat the idea out of them that there is more than enough business to go around. And it trained them to think like a scavenger. It reminds me of these stories that I hear from people who grew up in these really big families, right? You know, at dinner time, it's everybody for themselves, people guarding their plates, slapping hands of anyone that comes near them, you know, pushing people out of the way to get the portion that they wanted, the scavenger mindset. And if you bring that mindset into business, it causes you to put these old school structures in place where you are the only one who can make a big decision. You're the only one who can determine the next step. And what's really happening is it's suffocating the life out of you and everyone else around you. You know, you act like that you still live in this environment where you can control all the variables. And that's just not true, because here's the truth. We live in an environment that is ever changing. It's dynamic. It's one where we can't always see what the future holds. And my role is to help owners embrace that uncertainty so that they can quickly try new things while also minimizing the risk to their business.
And Shane, there really is such value to the work that you have demonstrated with our clients. I mean, most of the time when they get stuck, it truly is some belief that they don't realize they have. And let me help you for 1 second. Wherever you are, just quiet your brain and answer these few questions. Are you an owner who knows that they must leverage technology, but simply just you don't have it figured out yet? Do you start every single month wondering where the next client is going to come from? Do you revisit months where the money just poured in, but you have no idea how to duplicate that? Are you convicted about really helping people? If any of the answers to these questions is yes, if you answered yes to any of these questions, then you are in the right place, because this podcast is going to help you. It is going to help you make a massive impact. It is going to help you leverage technology to drive your legacy and not lose it all. You see, the reason we are so passionate about delivering this to you is because we did not have access to someone that would tell us the truth. We did not have access to someone that would say, stop doing that right now, because it is going to lead to this. And that's our goal here, is we want to show you what not to do, but we also want to tell you exactly what to do so that we can help you define and duplicate your ideal client, scale your profits with only one system, and ultimately generate more time for your life. So now we need your help. Would you please join us in spreading the message to owners who are like you? Go to the subscribe button, share the link to this podcast that's down in the show notes, and it is also right on the podcast page that you're listening from. And would you leave us a review? Just let us know one or two things that you're taking away from even this simple episode. And honestly, we cannot wait to connect with you personally, right, Shane?
Right, that's right. Find us on Facebook, find us on LinkedIn. We're looking forward to you being a part of this conversation with us.
Yeah, we cannot wait for the next few episodes, man. We are going to dive in and we're just going to start cleaning the mess with you. So join us for the next episodes where we show you what's not working. We tell you what won't ever work, and we share with you what you need to be doing instead.